Hey everybody, this is Curtis from PSN Stores, and today we're looking at Ether 1. This is a game that is now available on PS4. It is a PlayStation Plus game. It came out yesterday. I'm really early in this, but I got the sense, that, and early as in like 10 minutes into it, but I got the sense that this is maybe something that we shouldn't show like too much of, or we shouldn't like wait until a little bit later on to start showing any video of it, for spoilers' sake, because it seems like this might end up being pretty story heavy. So kind of what the gist of what I get of it so far. You are a restorer. You are someone who, it seems like you're going into the memories or the minds of patients who it's not quite clear what is wrong with them, but something memory related at the very least. And so you were going into their minds to do something. I'm not too sure. It seems like we were restoring things. And so I have kind of found this chair. Looked a little bit different than this, that I had to kind of very simple like puzzle, like reprogram and get it back up and running. The chair was lowered into a pool of water, and now I have kind of been transported here to something called the case, which seems to be almost like maybe a level select area. You notice if these different doors. Then we have this right here. So what the mind thinks, the heart transmits. And then some sort of painting. I would maybe even guess that as I complete these different projectors, that maybe this black area starts to like fill in, maybe to create some sort of image. But we're gonna hit triangle to teleport from the case. All right. So the first few minutes of this game, you were in kind of looked like like some sort of lab. There's actually a room that gave me like a really strong alien isolation vibe, which is weird.
Sole purpose this evening is to track the memory and pinpoint its location so we can cleanse it of any disease present. Everything you're seeing in front of you is a visual environment pieced together from our client's subconscious mind. Barren wastelands or an abstract painting reimagined. It's all completely tangible. All I can see are brain scans of tissue degradation confirming my previous diagnosis of dementia. Both are incredibly important if we are to succeed and understand our client's needs. Now, if you just give me a second, I'll have some more details for you. Feel free to explore in the meantime.
Yeah. So we have that lady who kind of has been talking to us a bit, sort of explaining what we need to be doing. And she kind of went over what I said before about us restoring minds of patients. Dementia, it seems, is maybe what we're dealing with here. I really like the look of this game, especially now getting into like a forest area. I think it looks pretty good. You notice I'm walking really slowly. You can kind of click in on the left analog stick to move a little faster. So one thing I can do, I guess I'll explain some of the mechanics I've seen already, as I'm sure they'll come up pretty soon. You can pick up items. You can only hold one item at one time, but those items you're going to use. For instance, I got a key card, so I used the key card to open up doors. Then I had to replace the key card with an extra battery that got that chair back up and running. And I don't know if it'll do anything here, but you can actually hold, because the items that you can pick up, they're not going to be like highlighted. There's not going to be some button prompt or anything like that. You can hold L1 and you see there's a reticle at the center of the screen. So see there, like I'm holding L1, I kind of mouse over it almost, and it's gonna say like, hey, it's a note or something that I can pick up. Mr. Morin, it has come to my attention during my inspection of the mining facilities here at Devlin that many of the workers in the pit are unsettled, uneasy, and as a result, unproductive. There is clearly a correlation between the pitiful working conditions that these men have to endure and their motivation to do productive and worthwhile work. Lifts and descent devices are clearly in disrepair. Ventilation in the chambers below are blocked, causing fume and smoke buildup. With these issues and more in mind, it is with my sincere apologies that I have decided that Devlin Mine should close temporarily until those issues meet the standards required by your governing union body. Picked up some notes similar to that. The ones I've seen so far were more directly relating to like specific patients, and so it was like, hey, the patient's name, their age, their height, different information like that, occupation. Alright, so we can pick up this. When you pick up an item, you can kind of rotate it around with the right analog stick, or you can use the touchpad, which actually works pretty well. So far, I don't know if this is going to be a thing where you're going to have to, like, rotate it to maybe see, like, a clue or something like that. So we can pick that up. Oh god, I'm such an idiot. I borrowed the air compression manual in order to make repairs in the mine, and I left it down past the blast doors. Steve has warned me so many times about being forgetful. I just hope I can get it back before it gets lost forever. I can't afford for any of my waste to be docked this week. So we've got some raisins.
It's worth noting that if you feel an item might be useful later on in your journey, and you have no use for it now, you can always store it in the case and collect it at any time.
Oh. So if we go back... Huh. Okay. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the binoculars or the box of raisins are things that I could pick up, necessarily. Because when it is, it just, you hit square again and it switches out. Oh, here's a save. Oh, man. That is interesting that potentially you could find an item in one memory that has no use that you need to actually bring back here to keep because you might need it later. Almost feels like that's the thing that could get really complicated. Although, I don't know. I mean, if you're going through a memory and like you're using items and then there's just this one item that you found that you haven't used, maybe it's obvious that you need to bring it back here. All right, let's go back. You got a magnifying glass. It's a pipe. Tin cup. I almost wonder if I should take all of these back to the case. I could see this getting... I almost worry that this might get, like... really tedious because you can only have one item at once. It's like I bring this and I bring it back here because I don't know, maybe I'll need it. I mean, at least it's, I don't know, it's pretty fast. Like, it's not like a huge loading screen or anything, but even still. And it's nice that it does, like, bring you immediately. Oh, I didn't pick it up, did I? I didn't, like, immediately, I can go back to right where I was. Oh, I did it again. So, I mean, this is essentially just your inventory, except it's not like a menu you pull up. It's like, oh, let's go back to, this other area. Alright. New health and safety mining laws to come into effect soon. Be sure to check with your mining warden to get up to date with the new laws for your safety and the safety of your coworkers. Alright.
Readings indicate that the central focus of this memory is located below you, in an old abandoned mine known as Devlin. Entry 95D in our client's memory journal indicates that an accident occurred affecting them in a meaningful way.
Alright. That's another lock. I need to ensure that I remember the lock combination to Devlin's side interest, but the warden banned any of us from writing it down. Miners eat from metal plates, don't forget. Okay. Alright, I can't interact with any of that. Dear Mr. Harvey, as I am sure you are aware, my client, Mr. Smith, is intent on offering you a particularly generous buyout of the Harvey & Co. Limited Enterprise. We would like to propose a meeting between parties on the 15th of October at our offices in Devlin to discuss a potential acquisition of assets and trade. Be under no illusion, Mr. Harvey. We are fully aware of your current financial disposition and are incredibly interested in rectifying the situation for you. Mr. J. Dawkins, business solicitor and consultant. Okay. The weird thing is, the memory that we are going into was someone who, I want to say she was in her late 60s, but she moved to Arizona and became a teacher for 30 years, and then recently moved back a few years ago. So it didn't say anything about mining. Nope. Monday. I remember waking up here for the first time and feeling sad. For a long time, I couldn't understand why I was here, but then I remembered smelling perfume. For the first time, I was happy, but I'm not sure I know why. Saturday. Today, a nurse was holding my hand and asking me to calm down. I tried to explain that I had spilled a cup of hot tea and burnt my arm. The pain was terrible. The nurse shushed me and told me my arm was fine, and when I looked down, I saw that I was wearing a bandage. The nurse explained that I had had an accident on Thursday, and I hardly heard a word she said after that. Somehow I managed to lose 3 days. It's kind of... It almost looks like it can scroll down. It's weird that that last sentence is like outside. Another weird thing I noticed, right in the very opening, there was it was like a black screen and there was some dialogue. There was a guy speaking, and it was like completely just out of sync with the subtitles, and it was really distracting. But that... Oh, here's your metal plate. Here we go. 1670. Alright. We might still need... Well, let's put this up. Yeah, you know, I kind of just wish that they would have just given you an inventory. And not, like, go back to this place and set all your items here. Oh, I did it again. Maybe I'm overdoing it, like, maybe I don't really need to be taking everything, but... Anyway, 1670. Nope. Maybe? That's what the plate said, right? Yeah, 1670. Oh. I know what I did. Need to move it down one spot.
Okay, so I've been digging a little deeper into our client's personal history, and I found details of a strong emotional response to someone who once worked within the mine. An entry that discusses the mine at great length, but doesn't discuss who the individual was that worked there. Continue to work your way down, further into the mine. It seems the center of this memory is very much at the heart of these industrial ratways. I'll contact you if I gain any more information.
I hear her calling as we work the ground, crying and begging for us to stop, pleading and bargaining as we bring our tools down onto the earth, rock and metal beneath our feet. Her waves are crashing against the cliffside in protest, cursing our industrial ventures, crying for her plight. I know in my heart that one day she will lash out and we shall pay the price. But what can I do, Mother Earth? I have mouths that I need to feed, a job that I need to do. The industrial man asks of me, and I shall provide. As the machines brim with repetitive life and the crafted tools claw at the rock face, I feel the unrelenting force of nature below me, making its preparations to unleash its free-form glory upon us. Yep. Here's your diagram. Alright, open valve, close valve. So, let's see. Airwave needs open. Exhaust and equilibrium, it's closed. Steam is open. Furnace is closed. There's actually one valve that I'm not seeing. Let's see. This one should be closed. Or actually... it's... I can't quite see from here. Or no, there is just the 5. So open, it's open, close, close, open, close. Open and close. Alright, that should work. Hopefully. Sounds like it worked. Alright. Oh, drain the water. Nice. We'll go on a little bit longer. Again, I don't want to show too much. Just especially because it is like, I mean, these first puzzles have been pretty simple, but you know, I don't want to like go through and be like, here's how you solve a whole lot of puzzles at the beginning of the game. Alright.
Sounds, sights, and smells can help store memories forever.
A projector. I'm not sure how they got here, but I think they relate to our patient's history. Don't worry. You won't need these to progress this evening as they're an optional task, but we should at least give this one a try.
The things we touch throughout our life can stay with us in the back of our minds.
So Jean is the girl that we have, you know, come into the memory of Dan. I can't find the air compression manual anywhere, which means we can't get the door to budge. It must be around here somewhere, and you were the last one to have it. Could you please find it and place it here on my desk?
I'll store important notes like this downstairs in a case for you. They'll be there whenever you want to have a look.
The bloody air hoses have been clogged up again, which means I'm going to have to puncture a hole in the rubber pipes to clear the smoke up down here. And I don't care how I do it. We had to seal the lower mines off to stop the smoke spreading. It's hell for the miners, and even though it's not ideal, it'll have to do for now. Alright, so it seems like I need to find parts for the projector. And that's also an optional task, so... Oh. Something ain't right in the mines today. A man can sense when something isn't right. It stinks up the air, making us sweat. I heard someone say they were going to close the mine down entirely. The air compressor keeps breaking, and we have no manual to fix it. We need a way to cut the ventilation pipes out, otherwise we'll suffocate down here. Nope. Alright, I'm thinking I'm gonna need to put something there.
Although we broken and fragmented, they hold the key to remembering the way we were.
Oh, I hope that wasn't important.
Okay. Maybe I can use that to cut the pipe. Or the hose. Nope. We slink and stir throughout the night, lurking through the unknown, relishing, I cannot read, okay, relishing the places where only children dare go. Dank alleys and secret fields navigated with the aim of reaching our adventurous and illuminated destination, hiding from our foes, our lamp in tow. Yep. There we go. Just keep cutting these pipes. Oh, that's already been cut.
A spray of perfume and it all comes flooding back.
Yeah, too dark. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting game. I'm curious to see where it goes. But I think we're gonna call it here. That is Ether 1. Once again, it is out now on PS4. I think it's $20 if you don't have PlayStation Plus. I'm pretty sure that's the price. But again, it is free throughout the month of May for anyone with PlayStation Plus. So if you do have that, you should check it out, at the very least. It seems pretty interesting. I definitely get the impression that, like, it'll be pretty story heavy. But at any rate, that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.